Welcome to DMCP 365 in our Disciple Making University. This is Course 101. We call it our Foundation Series. And this video is about our training model and our training philosophy. And so the objective of this video is to help you understand what our training model is and the purpose behind our training model. And so our goal through our training model is for you to be able to do and then to turn around and teach what it is you're learning. Not to just know what it is you're learning and put that knowledge up on a shelf with all the other knowledge that you have that you're not really doing anything with. So our goal is that you will do it and that you will teach it to others. So what is our model? Well, to understand our model, let's back up a little bit and understand why we've designed it the way we have. First off, did you know you remember about long-term memory? You remember for the long term about 5% of what you hear in a lecture, about 10% of what you read, about 20% of what you hear and see in an audio-visual presentation, about 30% of what you see in a demonstration, about 50% of what you cover in a group discussion, about 75% of what you learn or what you remember from doing it, and you retain about 90% of what you teach others for the long term. And so what we want to do is we want to try to maximize this in your training. And so obviously there's going to be audio visual like you're seeing me now in the video. You're also going to see me demonstrating, but then we're going to have you do it along with me and then turn around and teach others because we want to get the most out of this material, so we're going to try to maximize the do and teach for you. And so what is our solution to this situation? Our solution is first off, we're not going to teach you any fluff. There's no extra stuff in here. Everything that we're covering is important, including understanding our training model. So there's no fluff. Second, we keep it simple. We keep the material simple. It's not complicated what it is that we're showing you. Okay. Thirdly, we use what we call the see it, do it, teach it model. Okay, you're going to see it demonstrated, then you're going to do it yourself, and then you're going to teach others what it is that you've done. And then we use repetition, and we use repetition in two ways. First, we use repetition through the videos, just like we're doing here. So what I mean by that is we start with telling you what it is we're going to cover, our training model and the purpose behind it. And then at the end, we're going to review what it is that we covered. But in between telling you what we're going to cover and reviewing what we covered, we're actually going to cover the material. So we tell you what we're going to tell you, we tell you, and then we tell you what we told you. Is this redundant? Absolutely. Why? Because what we're teaching you is all important. There's no fluff. So it's important that you get it. And so we go over it in several different ways. Repetition, repetition, repetition. The other way we use repetition is that most videos will have action steps related to the video. And so in those action steps, you're going over and over and over the material, repetition, 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 in that way also. And then finally is accountability. Because you know, accountability is what keeps a lot of us motivated to get things done and stop procrastinating. And so we throw in accountability as best we can in this video series. And one of the ways we do that is you are not allowed to go to the next video until you've completed the action steps from the previous video. Now, can you do that? Obviously you can. But we're wanting you to develop the habit of accountability with not going to the next video until you complete the action steps for the video you just watched. Now you might be asking, okay, that's great. I don't need to know this model. Actually, we think you do. And here is why. This is the model that we want you to use when you're training and teaching the new disciples that you're making. We want you to only teach them what they need to know, to keep it simple, to have them see you do it, then for them to do it, then for them to teach and train others, to keep going over and over it with them, and then to hold them accountable to make sure that they're doing what it is they're supposed to do. So we want you to not only take the material you're learning and transfer that to other people, pass it on to other people, but we're wanting you to also pass it on using this basic training model. Now, this is going to be fun, but it's also going to be work. Okay, you didn't sign up for this series, you didn't sign up for this course because you didn't want to put in the work. You want to be a confident, effective disciple maker, disciple-making ambassador of the Lord of Lords and King of Kings. Well, you need to put in some work. Doesn't mean work has to be unfun, but it does mean it's going to be work. You put in work at your job, you put in work at things that you want to be good at, things you want to learn. So just commit to putting in some work with this. It's going to be fun, but it's also going to be work. So let's review. What have we covered? The core of what we do is see it, do it, teach it. You're going to see me do it, you're going to do it, and then you're going to teach it to others. Along with that, we add accountability to it, we add repetition, and we keep it simple. Got it? See it, do it, teach it, accountability, repetition, keep it simple. Great. Guess what? I will see you on the next video.